Enjoyed what has gone on this weekend. Please don't come and tell me. Tell the landlords, because they're the people that can make this happen again next year. Before we go, just like to say thank you for supporting live music. Without you, we lose it. We lose it, it don't come back. So please continue to support live music. And now I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of a very, very special act. And one I'm very pleased to be able to say we landed here on a chance phone call, and they said yes. And I'm really chuffed the buttons. So, without further ado, and for the rest of the evening until they get fed up playing or we get told to go home, can we have a big cheer, please? This is Sally Ironmonger.
Thank you very much.
Why is no one sitting down here?
It's raining.
Come on.
No.
I was very impressed with your Ukaholics.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
I'm a very occasional ukulele player, and in fact this will be the only song that I will use my ukulele for today. Possibly, Brian doesn't like me. Brian says one is enough.
I've just finished counselling for it.
Anyway, so this is it. This is the one and only song. This is a song about being in good company, and so I dedicate it to all of you. Thank you. There were 27 murders on my TV set last night. It could make you scared to go outside, and that just can't be right. What they call reality seems quite unreal to me. To jump through hoops for quick celebrity. The newsman and the weatherman give you the party line. Might be their idea of truth.
over with. I hate ukuleles. I don't mean it.
See, there's a judgment coming down then. There was a big... This is a song about drinking. A song particularly about drinking.
She knows a lot about it.
It's actually a song about wine. So I'm sure there are some of you out there who like a little glass occasionally, yes. I'm one of those, and this is a song about drinking wine, which I wish I wrote, but unfortunately I didn't. There are those who like their wine because it adds sophistication to the hearty meal they're serving to their friends. And there are those who like their wine because it helps in the creation of that party feel on which so much depends. And there are those who like their wine to come from eastward facing chateaus on the plateaus of Lorraine and all that bunk. But their motives are not mine, and I like lots and lots of wine, and I like it cause it gets me drunk. There are those who take a glass because it helps them to relax. They find it helps their social manner to improve. Well, that's a very useful scheme which I've taken to its logical extreme. Sometimes I get so well relaxed I can't move. And there's another sort of fellow drinks champagne to make him mellow. He swears by Clicquot, Bollinger and Brut. I tried some Brut myself, I found it on the bathroom shelf, and he was right, it got me mellow, it was a newt. You can judge your wine by the quality of the vine, by the colour, the bouquet and all that junk. But it all comes back to the falling over factor and the fact that it gets you drunk. Well, there are those who like to think that it's important what you drink. They haven't got an inkling what it's all about. Oh, how they spend their evenings wasting decent drinking time by tasting drops of this and that, then spitting it all out. Well, they pass along the table's truth, they even read the label. They say things like, it's a shame the cork has shrunk, or fruity nose, or too much tannin, when they ought to get a man in who appreciates a chance to get drunk. They waste their time describing what they ought to be imbibing, which is wine, of course, although you'd never think it, because they use words like young and promising, precocious, full of fun. You'd think they were going to adopt the stuff, not drink it. And at a meal, these silly arses have a row of empty glasses, a different wine with every dish they eat. Well, me, I mix whatever's handy in a stiff all-purpose shandy that goes very nice with fish or shredded wheat. You can judge your wine by the quality of the vine, by the colour, the bouquet, and all that junk. But it all comes back to the falling over factor and the fact that it gets you drunk. Who take delight pronouncing all the labels right. They roll their R's and do those German glottals. Well, me, I couldn't give a monkeys. The stuff for getting drunk is on the inside, not the outside of the bottle. So if you have a cheese and wine, invite your friendly Philistine. Call me drunkard, call me sot, or call me wino. What do I know? You'll find me in the kitchen. I'll be giggling and twitching, having a sup and throwing up across your lino. You can judge your wine by the quality of the vine, by the colour, the bouquet, if you insist. But it all comes back to the falling over factor and the fact that it makes you misty-eyed and mellow, makes you maudlin, mawkish, miserable and pissed. very much. A song written by Grant Bayman. Which is a great song. Does that build that especially for you?
I hadn't noticed.
This is a very sad and true song. It's a song about affliction that Brian suffers from.
Not that.
It's it's suffered. Not very many women suffer from it, but quite a number of men that I am acquainted with suffer from gas, which is another word for guitar acquisition syndrome. I have a theory that anybody who plays the guitar, maybe it's true for the ukulele, I'm not sure. But anybody who seriously plays the guitar, and they're a man, seems incapable of owning just one guitar. It seems to be... Anyway, this is the sad but true story of Brian's guitar collection, which is called the Catalogue Guitar Tango. He was somewhere between 13 and 14 when his mum bought him a Spanish guitar. Picked from the catalogue pages, she paid for it in stages with money she saved in a jar. He dreamed of it so long, it was love at first sight. And those tight nylon strings gave him hours and hours and hours and hours of delight. Oh, that six-string possession soon became an obsession, and he played it till he was a master. But he was soon led astray, and with his very first pay bought a shiny black new Stratocaster. But the die it was cast, his passion set on fire, and it seemed there was no way he could get enough of this instrument of desire. Now there's guitars in the stairway, and there's guitars in the hall, and there's those little attachments to hang guitars on the wall. He's got guitars for picking and guitars that he strums, and that 30 Bob catalogue Spanish guitar is still up his mum's. Now he's got a Gretsch and a Martin, and I'm only just starting. He's got Taylors and Gibsons and more. He's got 12 strings and 6 strings and those funny finger pick things and capos and pedals galore. And his dobro amigo, it shines like the sun. And with each new selection to add to his collection, he swears it is the very last one.
There's a chorus.
'Cause there's guitars in the stairway, and there's guitars in the hall, and there's those little attachments to hang guitars on the wall. He's got guitars for picking and guitars that he strums, and that 30 Bob catalogue Spanish guitar is still up his mum's. Yes, there's guitars in the stairway, and there's guitars in the hall, and there's those little attachments to hang guitars on the wall. He's got guitars for picking and guitars that he strums, and that 30 bob catalogue Spanish guitar is still up his mum's. Yes, that very first 30 bob catalogue Spanish guitar, with the flowers drawn on it in felt tip pen, and the band the bomb badge on the strap, together with the Carpenter's songbook.
That's not all.
I lost all my integrity.
What integrity? Along with the Jimi Hendrix songbook, whatever. It's